Coming up in this week's episode of Coast News, Disney have announced their 7th and newest theme park destination coming in the near future, and a reimagined attraction has officially reopened to visitors at Pleasure Beach Resort. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Coast News. And as always, we've got some amazing news from different theme parks, rides, attractions and events all over the world. So let's get straight into the news today. Our top story for tonight, Disneyland Abu Dhabi has officially been announced. And nobody was actually expecting this to be announced, but it's such a huge announcement from the Walt Disney Company and for the whole Abu Dhabi region. And it's very, very exciting, and it's very ambitious and promising what they're planning to build. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, the whole story is that the Walt Disney Company officially announced their 7th and newest theme park destination on Wednesday. The brand new park will be an expansion to a portfolio of attractions located on Yas Island, the home of places such as Ferrari World and SeaWorld Abu Dhabi. Official concept art was released, giving an artist's impression of what the park is expected to look like upon opening. However, much like Tokyo Disneyland in Japan, the new park will be owned by Disney, but it will not be built and operated by them, but rather an outside company. In this case, Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be operated by Miral, who operates several attractions throughout the United Arab Emirates, such as SeaWorld Abu Dhabi and Warner Bros. World. Miral will also be tasked with constructing the brand new park, with close guidance from Walt Disney Imagineers. Josh D'Amaro, chairman of Disney Experiences, says, "Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique, anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways." An official opening date is not yet known for the brand new park. So this is an absolutely huge announcement from Disney themselves, and there was lots of speculation as to when their next brand new park would be. Like the last brand new park destination they built was Shanghai Disneyland, which opened in 2016 near Shanghai, China. And we know that they're now planning to build their next park in Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates. Now that whole, basically the whole sort of Middle East is going for like a huge tourist boost of building brand new attractions to bring tourism to the nation and to that whole region, with new attractions such as Six Flags Qiddiya opening in Saudi Arabia potentially later this year. And now we've got Disneyland Abu Dhabi opening at some point within the next few years. We don't know when it's going to be opening, but it looks like it's going to be probably one of the most unique and ambitious Disney parks ever built. You can only tell by the concept art. Though it's quite vague concept art. You can only tell just by looking at like the castle, for example. It's the most different and unique castle we've ever seen at any Disney park. It's nothing like any of the traditional ones we've seen before. So yeah, hopefully it should open probably within the next few years or so. I'd imagine it will open around 2031 or 2, around that time. And I can't wait to see what this park looks like when it's all fully built and complete. In other news today, Launchpad has officially opened at Pleasure Beach Resort, and the day has finally come when you can get to experience this reimagined attraction with a new lease on life, new name, new theme, new colour scheme, and whole new experience. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's got the reimagined attraction officially opened to the public this Wednesday. Launchpad is an S&S drop tower located at Pleasure Beach Resort in Blackpool, England. The ride originally opened in 1997 as PlayStation The Ride and operated under this name and sponsorship until the year 2000. Launchpad's most recent name was Ice Blast, which it operated up until 2023. In 2024, the ride was SBNO the whole season as it was undergoing a major technical work, and the future of the ride was unclear to visitors and fans. That December, Pleasure Beach Resort confirmed that Ice Blast would reopen in 2025, and it would be renamed and reimagined to Launchpad. The biggest part of the renovation involved installing a brand new pressure cylinder in the ride tower, increasing the pressure of the launch to 105 psi. The cylinder was installed during the close season, following which the scaffolding was removed, revealing Launchpad's new colour scheme. Launchpad officially opened to the public on 7th of May 2025 to very positive reception from riders and fans of the park. So yeah, it's great to see that they've given this attraction, basically a new lease on life, making it more fresh and new, adding a whole new experience to it, making it more immersive, giving it like a new storyline feeling around space travel, and also changing the ride experience as well from what I've heard. Now I've never been on this ride in any of its forms. I never went on it as Ice Blast and haven't ridden it as Launchpad yet, but I can guarantee you next time I visit Pleasure Beach, I will be getting on this thing as Launchpad. But it looks fantastic what they've done to it. Like, it looks like a completely brand new attraction. And from what people have said who have ridden it, it's an absolutely incredible experience, with the best part being, from what I've heard, the launch going up, which apparently is more powerful than ever. It's like it was apparently when it first opened in 1997 as PlayStation Ride, like, as if it's a whole brand new ride. So it's great to see this ride back open, and I cannot wait to see how this will continue to operate throughout the rest of the season. Also in the news today, Skyride has officially reopened at Alton Towers after 2 years of downtime. And I'm just glad that this ride is reopened at this point. It's taken them quite a while to get it back open, but at least it's now open again and we can all experience this great attraction again for the first time in what feels like forever. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically the transportation ride reopened following over 2 years of extended downtime and what Alton Towers refers to as a multi-million-pound investment. Skyride is a Pommer gondola lift which first opened at Alton Towers in Staffordshire, England in 1987. It has stations connecting to Tower Street, Forbidden Valley and Dark Forest. Skyride has become a major part of Alton Towers' infrastructure, providing a vital form of transportation to and from various corners of the park over the years. Throughout all of 2023, Skyride was down due to major technical issues and was originally scheduled to reopen in 2024. However, just before the start of the 2024 season, Alton Towers Divisional Director Bianca Samet stated that Skyride would not reopen until 2025 as the ride was going through a quote-unquote multi-million-pound refurbishment. A few days before opening day 2025, a planned maintenance page on Alton Towers' website stated that Skyride, along with Hex and Congo River Rapids, would not be ready for opening and would reopen at some point in April. It was later confirmed that Skyride would reopen on 30th of April, with the ride testing regularly for several months by this point. However, just 1 day before its planned reopening, Alton Towers stated that Skyride would not be ready for 30th of April as they were quote-unquote adding the finishing touches to the attraction. At long last, just 3 days after its initial planned reopening, Skyride eventually reopened to the public on the 3rd of May. It's great to see that this ride is back open again finally, because like I said earlier, it's a major part of the transportation infrastructure, because so many people rely on this to get to and from certain areas of the park. Without Skyride and the monorail, it would take absolutely ages to walk between certain areas of the park. I know people have sort of managed without the Skyride these past couple of seasons. It's not been perfect, because it's literally taken like 15 minutes just to walk from Tower Street to Forbidden Valley. When Skyride is open, you can literally get there in about 2 minutes or 5 minutes. So I'm glad it's reopened, but I honestly have got absolutely no idea why it's taken them so long to get this ride back open. Like I said, they've not really come out and stated why it's taken so long. They've been quite vague on the details as to why it's been down for over 2 years, but at least it's back open again, and I cannot wait to get back on Skyride on my next visit to Alton Towers this August. And finally in the news today, Top Thrill 2 has officially reopened at Cedar Point. And you know, I'm honestly just hoping that they manage to keep this ride open for more than a week. Hopefully what they've done with it during the closed season has made it much more reliable and functional. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically Top Thrill 2 officially reopened to visitors after nearly a full year of downtime. Top Thrill 2 is an Intamin launch coaster located at Cedar Point in Ohio, USA. Originally opening in 2003 as Top Thrill Dragster, the attraction closed in 2021 following an incident which involved guest injury. Throughout 2022 and 2023, Cedar Point planned and began a major refurbishment for Top Thrill Dragster, which involved adding new safety measures and completely transforming the ride experience. This involved replacing the single hydraulic launch with a multi-pass triple LSM launch and a brand new 420 foot tall backwards vertical spike, which was built by Italian manufacturer Zamperla. Top Thrill 2 officially opened on the 4th of May 2024, but only operated for a total of 1 week that season. After its 1 week, the ride suffered major technical issues and was closed for several months. As the end of the season approached, Cedar Point confirms that Top Thrill Dragster would not reopen until 2025. Throughout the rest of the season and during the winter, the park worked tirelessly to get the ride back up and running. Thankfully they were successful, and Top Thrill 2 officially reopened on the 3rd of May 2025. So yeah, like I said, hopefully it can operate for more than a week. Hopefully it can operate for a full season even. But to be honest, these technical issues that the ride is suffering is not new to the ride at all. Even like when it first opened originally as Top Thrill Dragster, it was plagued with technical problems. It's been a maintenance nightmare for them, honestly. For both incarnations of the attraction, Top Thrill Dragster and Top Thrill 2. Hopefully, it's like this ride is cursed kind of, because it's suffered a lot of maintenance problems, pretty unreliable, but hopefully this will be the end of the major mechanical problems. I mean, there's no guarantee that it won't break down ever again into the service life, because it will at some point. But hopefully, this will make what they've done will make the ride much more reliable and less, less requirements for downtime and maintenance. Hopefully, we'll see it operate more frequently at the park. So yeah, that is it for this week's episode of Coast News. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, then please make sure to like and subscribe, and comment what you'd like to see in the next video. Goodbye.